In much of the United States, there may be penalties if you decide to boycott the state of Israel.
It's perhaps the most concrete form of a foreign government's interference with the U.S.'s democratic process that I'm aware of.
37 U.S. states have enacted some form of anti-boycott, divestment, sanctions, or BDS legislation. It typically requires parties signing contracts with the state government not to engage in a boycott of Israel.
Even to apply for such a contract, I had to first sign a pledge saying that I would not boycott Israel, or not only Israel, get this, Israel or any territory it controls.
Thank you, everybody.
Saqib Ali, a former member of the Maryland House of Delegates, sued the state in 2019 with the Council on American Islamic Relations after the Republican governor at the time signed an anti-BDS executive order.
Governor and Attorney General of Maryland had violated my civil rights. You're signing under penalty of perjury that you're not boycotting Israel. It may not be enforced, it may not be prosecuted, but you run the risk of being convicted of a serious crime, and you could go to jail.
The case was ultimately dismissed on a technicality, meaning the court did not rule on the actual constitutionality of the matter.
Because I didn't apply for a contract and I wasn't denied a contract, that I did not have standing to sue. So somebody else might.
There have been several courts across the United States that have reached the most important question here. Does the Constitution, does the First Amendment forbid states, the federal government, from passing laws that target the anti-BDS movement?
I want to thank all Texans for the support.
In Texas, a federal court struck down the entirety of a Texas law after our client, Bahia Amawi, was asked to sign a contract that asked her to promise Israel that she wouldn't boycott.
But the state simply passed a new law that applies to companies instead of individuals.
Even when the laws allow for free speech, there needs to be a social climate that allows folks to freely express their views.
But 2 months into heightened tensions and rhetoric surrounding the Israel-Hamas war, that climate may not be now. Yasmine El-Sabawi, TRT World, Washington.